Where is Waldo Stadium? Kalamazoo, Michigan. It is the home of the Western Michigan Broncos, and the fans have been eager for this showdown for a while. Today, two teams set to square off in a MAC slugfest. As we'll see, the Northern Illinois Huskies taking on the Western Michigan Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Northern Illinois about to kick it off as we get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Broncos offense will go to work first. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to pass. It's Lowry. Finds his tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Back to pass. A strike downfield. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
It leads to 2nd down.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, to give, looking for room. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
3rd down.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early, saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
He'll try to pop the draw. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
3rd down coming up.
Okay, ready? 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. Now the play fake. Got it! he will score! Touchdown, Western Michigan!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Under fire. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass, really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that...
Touchdown, Broncos! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Breaks into the open. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air, it's Lowry. Fires to the tight end. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Runs out of bounds.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. On the move. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
We've come to the break. It's Western Michigan on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
Cut. Easy.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Got it.
And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
The toss sweep to the right.
Go, hey, run.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 6.
Man, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space. He found good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's Lowry. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And I get why this offense is aggressive. They've been doing what they wanted, right? And they've built this huge lead, but they can't get careless. Like, don't make those mistakes that might get this defense back in the football game.
Hard running there. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And it's no good. After the missed field goal,
That
hey,
keeps the score.
could be worse. They're still up by 21.
21.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Leaves it with the running back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time, but you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Found the spot in the defense. All kinds of room to the right. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating.
There he goes. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guys, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Dropping back, it's Lowry. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
He's brought down.
The Broncos are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. And the Broncos are moving quickly down the field.
325.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's the pressure. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
They get the go route outside, and the quarterback was just licking his chops. He looked outside, he saw press man-to-man coverage, and he knew he had to win. If he could just be accurate with the throw, that was going to be an explosive play. You just could not draw that up any better.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
brings up.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very...
Turning it on! And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
By the receiver.
Well, we see another catch by this guy, and this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And when you run the counter play, you're really hoping to bust that thing inside. You want to fake one direction, pull a guy, kick him out. But you can tell, great job by the defense making that thing bow. Go a little bit outside. Now, guess what? All the cavalry's coming. Everybody can run to the football. Everybody gets in the play. Nice job by the defense.
He's got an open man. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
Number 6.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
14.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers.
Tackle down.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Get it out on the screen. Oh, spins away. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Got it.
2nd down coming up.
Slab. Stand.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Ready.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier
42
sack.
Spider. 4-2. Ready, go.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch at the 20. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Northern Illinois, 14.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Cut it. Cut it. Ready.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Rodgers. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Spider!
Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Rodgers. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Northern Illinois putting together a threat in the red zone. They'll run play action. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Huskies.
Northern Illinois.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the move from inside is 5. And the returner goes down. One more snap coming before halftime. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Running into the open space. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Kalamazoo. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Sets a kickoff.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put in much better field position. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
He's out of bounds.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
First down for the offense.
The give to the tailback. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Picks up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The handoff to Johnson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Lowry. Caught over the middle, it's Brooks. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Broncos come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Running back the ball
And
carrier.
he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Ready, set.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short.
Set. Hut.
Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Incomplete.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their...
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Broncos!
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
21.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. To the air on 1st down. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll give it to Johnson. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Brings up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Huskies have their offense in high gear.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They punt it away on 4th down. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Brooks. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Northern Illinois, 21.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a crease, it's Duke. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good, and you can't even protect your quarterback on 3rd down. Like, everything going the other direction.
Offside defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the returner will be knocked down.
And your Western Michigan Broncos will take over. 1st and 10.
To the ground with the back. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Dropping back, it's Lowry. Wide open downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Broncos!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that... stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but Also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He lets it fly. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down. Great place to start for this offense. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often, because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the sick.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. They'll send out the kicker here. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. The official says no good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for this kicker, and I'll tell you this, he can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
691, Gators ball.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
On the set. Gaucho. Hound 55.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Working the middle. And he'll be brought down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Gets it out fast. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy here. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
Off the play fake on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looking for a man. It's Lowry. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back.
And down he goes back at the 3.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
The short hands, it's Buckley. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Corrals it at the 45. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Number 6.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense has struggled, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
28.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Oh, they're after him! And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
4-2 Spider.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The play action fake. Here comes the heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Good, disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
Makes the catch right at the 50. And there he goes. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some good...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from. You try to...
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Touchdown, Huskies. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
35.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Gets it past the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking for space. It's Miles.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run it.
From the gun, running back on the move. Spins away from the defender. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.